Hey guys, Shamar Brown here. Welcome to the Eagle Podcast Night Talks Season 4, episode number 26, guys. Alright? Now, the title of tonight's episode, it's called Impact. Now, this topic has been on my heart for a while now. You get what I'm saying? And I know I spoke about it briefly a few times. You get what I'm saying? But I felt that it needed to be spoken about by itself, right? And before I dive too deep into it, I wanted to share a quote with you guys, and I guess I would highly recommend that you guys, if you want to take a note, if you want to write it down, or if you want to memorize it, but just lock it in, right? Now, the quote, it goes like this: success is not measured by how much money you make. Right? It's not measured by how much money you make. It's measured by how much people are better off because you lived. And in my opinion, that's the essence of leaving an impact, right? Now, I know most people normally say, hey, we want to break generational curses. We want to, make as much money so we can give it to our kids and, stuff like that. And that's fantastic, guys. That's fantastic. But the real generational curse breaking method is what you leave in your kids. Not what you leave them, but what you leave inside of them. You get what I'm saying? It's not the money that you give them, but it's the values and the principles that you leave into them. Right? Now, again, impact. Now, I'm sure most of you guys who are listening to this, you guys know Martin Luther King. Right, you guys know Malcolm X, right? You guys know John F. Kennedy, right? You guys know what's his name again? Abraham Lincoln, right? I'm sure you guys who are listening to this, you guys know them, right? And I'm sure my people in the Caribbean, Sam Sharp. My people from Jamaica, I should say, Sham Sharp, Paul Bogle, Nanny of the Maroon, right? I'm sure you guys know these people. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning their name is because they left an impact, right? Now, some people might say they left a good impact, some people might say they left a bad impact, but the idea is that they left an impact, right? They did something that caused their name to be still mentioned to this day, because literally, I think, and I guess before I get too ahead of myself, now, me personally, and let me talk about myself, and of course you could talk about yourself in a minute, or you could think about it. Now, me personally, I don't know my granddad on my father's side, right? But I do know my granddad on my mom's side, right? Now, I don't know my granddad's dad. You get what I'm saying? Per se, right? On either sides. And the reason why I don't know him is because he didn't really do anything significant. You get what I'm saying? He did, but nothing that caused his name to pass down through generations. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, guys, I know I gave some hints. You get what I'm saying? So I know some of you, who are regular listeners, you guys might say, okay, Shamar, you kind of alluded to some of this. But like I said, I want to expound on it tonight. You get what I'm saying? So yes, he didn't do anything. Neither of my granddad's dad, they didn't do anything significant to have their name passed down into the generations. Now, my challenge to you guys tonight is, what can you guys do to be able to do that? Because you can. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to be a famous person like I mentioned, because all those names I mentioned earlier, they're famous persons. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to be that. But if you want to be that, go for it. Because me personally, that's my goal. I want to be known like that. You get what I'm saying? For good things. You get what I'm saying? For good things, right? Now, in your but in your normal life, I guess that would be you could actually do that. You could actually leave an impact today that can pass down from generations to generations. And that's my challenge for you guys, is do that. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what you call legacy, and that's what you call impact. And I think I did have a next quote that I want to share, but I guess I'll look for it in a minute. But like I mentioned to you guys, that would be my challenge to you guys, is to find a way of how you can impact generations, find a way how you can, leave a legacy, like I mentioned. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said earlier, legacy is not how much money you leave to your kids, but the impact or the value that and the principles that you instill in them. All right. Now, the way I am going about building my legacy, or the way I am going about impacting people, is two ways, right? Now, as most of you guys know, I'm an entrepreneur. Again, I have my own business, right? And few components of my business is helping other people. You get what I'm saying? And what I've learned, I read this book, I think it's called The Power of Intention, right? Fantastic book. I would highly recommend that you guys read it. You get what I'm saying? Power of Intention, right? By Wayne Dyer. And I really like him because, my name is Wayne too. My middle name is Wayne. So I was like, oh yeah, Wayne, Yeah. But yeah, Wayne Dyer, right? Power of Intention. Now, in it, he said, and I think I spoke about this when in Ikigai, right? And if you guys haven't checked that one out yet, Ikigai, I don't remember which number the episode was, but you could definitely check it out. Ikigai, right? Now, Wayne said in the book that the best way to find your purpose, because he was saying that most people don't have a purpose. You get what I'm saying? Most people don't have, most people don't even know why they're here. You get what I'm saying? Why God made us. You get what I'm saying? Right? And he said that the best way to find a purpose, or to find your purpose, is to put yourself out there in helping people. Now, that can be anything that you want to make it. So if you want to cook food for people, if you want to give to charities, if you want to volunteer, whatever, tutor, right? Whatever it is, he said that that's the best way to get a purpose, and that's the best way to impact people. You get what I'm saying? And to, leave a legacy. You get what I'm saying? By helping people. So in my business, that's my goal, is to be able to impact people's life. And that was the whole reason why Eagle Podcast Night Talks was born. You get what I'm saying? To be able to help with that mission, right? Now, my next way of going about helping people, I don't know if you guys heard, or I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys, but I recently got baptized. I recently gave my life to the Lord, and I'm extremely excited about this journey, or this new mission. You get what I'm saying? Because as you guys know, and I'm sure probably some of you might not know, but in Christianity, right, or in your Christian walk with Christ, one of the requirements, but one of the major things that you could do on your journey with Christ is that educate other people about Christ. You get what I'm saying? How many people can you help find Christ, right? So that's one of my next, avenues, or one of my next missions, to be able to help people as well. Because like I said, those names I mentioned, they did something impactful. That's why their names is still mentioned. And I was having a conversation with a few young men, I think it was a few weeks ago, and I told the young man that there's 2 times a person dies. And I guess I'll wrap up with this. A person dies twice, right? And the first time they die is when they physically die, boom, you're dead, hey, dead, right? But the second time you die is when somebody mentions your name the last time. That's the second time you die. And like I said, guys, the names that I mentioned, they're names that are still being spoken about till this day. And if I can be honest with you, they'll still be spoken of. Why? Because they left an impact. They did something significant. You get what I'm saying? Now again, guys, my challenge to you is to find a way how you can leave an impact, how you can make other people's life better, because you were placed here, because you did something. You went out of your way and blessed somebody. All right, guys. No, again, guys, I just wanted to come on here, have a brief conversation with you guys. All right, and like I said, I did a last podcast promotion. I don't know if you guys checked it out yet. I would highly recommend that you guys do, because there's a lot of good stuff in that podcast. Because like I told you guys, to celebrate our 4th season, we're having giveaways. I won't speak too much about it because I want you guys to go and listen to the podcast yourself to get all the details. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, guys, Eagle Podcast, Night Talks, Shamar Brown here, and like I told you guys, our goal here at Eagle Podcast is to impact 100 people's life. And like I said to you guys, we can't do it without you. So if this podcast added any value whatsoever, send it to 5 friends, leave a comment. You get what I'm saying? Because the comments, one, when we repost them, and when other people see what you got from it, they're gonna, okay, this is what you got, let me go, see if I get the same thing. You get what I'm saying? So your comments are very vital, and we want to hear what you guys think. You get what I'm saying? We want to get, want to have that mutual thing going on where you're hearing from us and we're hearing from you as well too. All right, guys, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Eagle Podcast, one word. You get what I'm saying? Eagle Podcast, one word. All right, and don't forget, we're on Spotify and we're on Apple Podcasts. All right, so if you have an Android and you only have Spotify, great, we got you. If you have an Apple phone and you got Apple Podcasts, boom, we're there. All right, guys. But anyway, guys, Eagle Podcast, Night Talk, Shamar Brown here, signing off. Boom.